Oh, the bugle's not a happy bunny. Far, 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 far from being a happy bunny. Pissed off bunny. Yep. Happy bunny. No. Now just give it a minute, because obviously I can't see anybody here at the minute. I know I'm early. I'm not normally this early. But I just thought that I don't do that many live feeds anymore. But I am that livid. I am that furious. I am that furious with the panic buying I've seen, for one. The conspiracy theories, for another. The government have done this to wipe us out. If the government have done this to wipe us out, why is it that Westminster is showing the highest COVID-19 of all? You honestly think if the government are going to wipe us out, they're going to wipe themselves out too? But between that and the whole, it's just the flu, or they've got a vaccine and a cure. They have not got a cure as of yet. There is no cure at the moment. There are things being tested. Nothing has been proven as of yet to actually work. But all of that aside, every single country hit by this, if people hadn't lost their minds and gone out and stocked their cupboards up with enough food and toiletries to last 6 months to a fucking year, then there wouldn't be any need for panic buying. This is coronavirus, not moronavirus. What is wrong with you people? Why would you do this? What happened to the times when you looked out for each other? I myself, I'm one of the unfortunate ones. Unfortunately, I've got virtually no immune system. I'm asthmatic. And the last time I was in surgery and had an operation, I ended up with a completely collapsed left lung. My mother is over 70. She's also one of these now into forced isolation. My daughter, whose partner unfortunately has been in touch with somebody who is showing an extremely high temperature and a dry cough. So my daughter's in self-isolation at the moment. Do you know my daughter has not gone out and panic bought the way that these morons and disgusting human beings have gone out and panic bought the way that they have. She had to go around six supermarkets to get a bag of nappies. 6. Then I see on Amazon selling nappies at an extortionate price. Baby milk being sold at extortionate prices. Shops selling hand sanitizer, some of them as expensive as £15 a bottle, or $6.99 for a bottle this big. Along with toilet rolls being charged at £15, £20, £30 a pack. Packs of chicken that were 20 quid or 40 quid are now being sold for 40 and 80 quid. It is absolutely despicable behaviour. And some of the videos that I've seen, including yours, Gemma Collins, including yours, where you stood there laughing. Oh, the staff at Marks and Spencer, they've been wonderful, been so understanding. With your 4 trolleys being wheeled out to your car and filled up. What is wrong with people? If people hadn't gone out and panicked, if they just shopped as they would normally shop, even if you were using online shopping, and eventually we were all being made to use online shopping, you would have had people being paid to go out and deliver your food, so you would have had what you needed. But no. Why do that when you can go and stockpiling loo roll and then charge an extortionate price? including baby Calpol, I might add. Baby Calpol being sold at £20 and £10 for paracetamol. £20 for a bottle of baby's Calpol. What the fuck is wrong with people? It's pull the ladder up, Jack, and screw the rest of the world. I, as somebody who's having to be pushed to stay at home because I have no immune system, I haven't gone out and panic bought. Because I'm not a selfish arsehole. I am very fortunate that one of my neighbours picked my prescriptions up for me. I, in turn, did something that was for an elderly lady. Even the lady who did my hair said she went into the shop to buy toilet rolls. They only had packs of 18. She didn't need 18. So on the local site, she said, look, I've got a pack of 18. I don't need that many. Does anybody need some? But no, why do that when you can go and stock up and then sell it for an extortionate price? Your money's not going to be a lot of use to you if you do get it and die from coronavirus. What use is money when there's nothing left to fucking buy? I just don't get the mentality. Why? Why did you allow yourselves to be so driven by panic that you went out and filled trolleys loads and emptied shop? I could not walk in there and see 4 loaves of bread left on a shelf or 6 loaves of bread left on a shelf and go, fuck it, I'm taking all 6. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I might go, do you know what, there's 6. If I take 2, somebody else can take 2. And somebody else can take 2. And that's then 3 people with 2 loaves each. But no, I know people, I've seen this with my own eyes. And I've seen it in the past as well when I was a kid and we got snowed in. And I always remember this. And it's a little tip for anybody out there, actually. And maybe I shouldn't give out this kind of advice, but I'm going to give it. Years ago, we got snowed in so bad. There was over 6 foot of snow. So we literally dragged sledges to the town, which was 4 miles away. We'd walked over hedgerows and all sorts. And when we got there, the bread shelf was stripped bare, and there was a woman in front whose trolley was stacked arseholes high with bread. And my father walked up and he took 4 loaves out of her trolley and placed it into ours. To which she said, excuse me, that's mine. To which my father said, have you paid for it? She went, no, not yet. He said, well, it ain't fucking yours then, is it? Now, I'm sorry, this might sound harsh, but if that's what you have to do just to get a couple of loaves of bread to feed your family, and bearing in mind, my mum had 4 children, there was 6 of us in a family, so taking 4 loaves out for how long we were going to be snowed in for wasn't a lot. I'm sorry, would I tell people to do it? Yes. Yes. You walk up and somebody's got their trolley stacked heaven's eye, take it out. If they've got stacks of bog roll, take 2 out for yourself, 2 out for the trolley next to you that probably hasn't got any. And if they ask you what the fuck you're doing and they say it's theirs, point out that it doesn't belong to them until it's been paid for and they've left the premises. Because this is sickening. This greed, hand sanitizer being sold, small bottles of hand sanitizer for £6.99. And if you want a bottle this big, they want like 15, 20, 30 quid for it. Fuck off. Sorry, I'm sorry for my language, but do one. Buy the right sort of alcohol and the ingredients, and I know Dr. Hilary Jones talked about how simple it was to make it. Make your own. Or better still, soap and water. A bar of soap will last you forever and a day until there's a nubbin left. Hot soapy water will do the job. But there are people out there who work in the NHS, teachers, people who are still going to work, people who work in supermarkets. They need that. And you've gone out and bought it up like fucking idiots, like morons. Every single person who has gone out and done that, I don't care if you're on my Facebook or not, I will call a spade a spade. Fucking shame on you. And that includes you, Gemma Collins. You disgusting human being. You're a supposed celebrity. You are supposed to lead by example. You led by your greed. And you thought it was highly hilarious. So entertaining watching those members of staff push the trolleys out to your car and stack your car for you, wasn't it? Honestly, I can't tell you how angry this makes me. What is wrong with people? And I am going to call you up on this, Doug Curtis. You are wrong. People who are saying it's only Pakistani people doing it. It's not true. It's not true. This is not a Muslim or a Pakistani problem. There have been plenty of white non-Muslims, black non-Muslims, and Muslims, brown and white alike, are doing the same fucking thing. It's not just one type of people. Honest to God, it is repugnant. The gluttony, the greed, the selfishness. To think that this nation went to war with Germany and men sat on the front lines with nothing but billy cans where their tea tasted of shit, tasted of fuel, for crying out loud. And they lived on little ration packs. And people back here went hungry to make sure the troops had ammunitions. But what do? We get the first emergency similar to this since the fucking war, and everybody goes, oh my God, I need 30 loaves. Let's fill my second freezer up. I need all of that sanitizer. I couldn't possibly share it with anyone. I'm a greedy trout. It makes me sick. Shame on every single person who has gone out and done this. I hope and pray it's not your elderly relative that needs it, like it's my elderly mother. For weeks when this first started happening, my mum would do a shop. She might buy one bag of extra something. So it might be one extra bag of sugar. Not that she has sugar. It might be one pack of extra toilet rolls. But she would not have dreamt of going out and doing what scumbags have been doing. I hope and I pray it's not your elderly that need it, or your vulnerable that need it. I really do. Because it will be people like me with very little to give that will give to all the selfish fuckers out there who took. And most of it, I'm sorry to say, are those relatively well off. It's not your average working class. They can't afford to go out and do it. It's the average working class that's gone out, the slightly better off that have gone out and done it. I've got friends that work for MPs and their cupboards are well stocked. There's a shock, eh? It's time that the rich practiced what they preached. And it's time people stop putting yourself first all of the time. The world does not start and end with you and you alone. There's videos out there of old ladies in care homes. And old ladies who are saying they can't get masks, they can't get sanitizer, they can't get toilet roll, they can't get shampoo, they can't get conditioner, they can't even get a bar of soap. It's absolutely shocking and disgusting. It really is. Wake up, people. And to all those out there that are saying it's just the flu, flu kills more people. Doesn't matter. And those who don't really understand the concept of what the word pandemic means, because something else I've noticed is people keep going, they're calling it a pandemic. It hasn't killed as many as the flu. A pandemic is not called a pandemic because of how many people it's killed. Look up the word pandemic. The word pandemic is because of how many countries it's affected. That's where the word pandemic comes from. It's got nothing to do with how many people are killed by it. Now, the fact is, this is a pandemic. It's affected a lot of countries. And if all these people who reckon it's nothing to worry about, it's just like having the flu, well, it might be to you if you're healthy. To me, it's liable to be a death sentence. Because I don't have the ability to fight off infections for a start, or viruses. I've got no immune system. I'm asthmatic. The odds are stacked against me. So when you go good going, oh, it's like the flu, you can beat it. Well, not every fucker will beat it, actually. Some of us are a little bit vulnerable. So please stop putting it down as if it doesn't matter. So some of us, it does. It does. It matters to me because of my daughter, because of my mum. My mum's self-isolated. She's got to be in there for 4 months. She's not going to be able to buy a Carsey roll. But ask her whether or not she can manage. And this is the other thing that makes me laugh. Why buy all the Carsey roll? Number one, you don't get a runny nose from coronavirus. And you don't get the shits from it. Why do you need so much toilet roll? So you can blow and throw. Is that what it is? Blow and throw. You see, you could get a hanky, blow and wash. Funny old thing, those handkerchiefs. And you can make a handkerchief out of fucking anything. So what is wrong with people? Get a grip. Stop being selfish. Stop putting yourselves above and beyond everybody else. For once in your lives, those that are being greedy and selfish and self-centered, think of someone else other than just yourself. Do you have an elderly neighbour? Do they need anything? Have you stashed a shitload of paracetamol? Does she need some? Or he? Is there an old couple who can't get out and do shopping? Step out of your comfort zone. Do something to actually help instead of sitting there going, I'm already, I'm fine, everything's all right for me. I pull the ladder up and fuck you, Jack. Because frankly, it's repugnant. And it makes me sick. So, on that note, I bid you all a fantastic rest of the week. Fantastic weekend. I'm off. Because if I don't go, I'm going to say something that others may not like. So please, all of those out there doing what you're doing that are bulk buying and stocking up and being greedy and being selfish, get off of your arse. Stop being a self-centered piece of shit. The world doesn't evolve around you or your arsehole. That's all I'm saying. But also go and look for your pages, local pages where you live that can help people. Because there are little pages, for local pages of where you live, where they are trying to look out for each other. And if you see a shop, now I will share the phone number I've found. If you see a shop and it is extortionately charging prices, film it. Send it over. We'll get it up on these pages. There is a phone number you can report to Trading Standards as well. People like these, just remember you that are out there charging extortionate interest rates. When this is all over and done with, you will need business. And you will lose it. Remember that. Swings and roundabouts, darling. Everything will always bite you on your ass. Eventually. What goes around will come around. Take care. Speak soon. Love you all.